Jack Jacobs may not have thought his actions were extraordinary. Others would disagree. About 1 year later, he got a call. And then he got a second call.
Another different colonel calls up and says, this is Colonel somebody else from either DA or DOD awards branch. He said, congratulations, you're going to receive the Medal of Honor, and some major is going to call you up in a few days and organize the logistics to get you and your family to Washington for the ceremony. Out here. It's the first I mean, it didn't make any sense to me. I just thought I was doing, and by the way, you'll hear this from other, not just Medal of Honor recipients, but anybody who's received any accolade in combat. So lots of people who performed valiantly that day. There's a Medal of Honor recipient named Brian Thacker, who says quite poignantly, he said there are lots of people who deserve the award. I am the lucky one. I'm allowed to talk about it. I'm alive to talk about it. He said, but there are 3 grieving mothers still whose sons were every bit as brave. And you'll get that kind of stuff from anybody who's been in combat. Not me, it was him. Therefore, that Medal of Honor recipients do not represent themselves. They represent all those who are not here to represent themselves, and all fighting men and women who are out there right now serving and sacrificing for us. All warriors are in awe of all other warriors, not of what they've done themselves.
I realized that I had something real special with Corporal Dunham. And I said to myself, what would I ever do if I lost a Marine like that?
He really kept the man away from us in many ways. He was always our boy. When he was little, an imp is the only thing I couldn't explain. He had hazel eyes that would take on whatever color he was wearing, and they twinkled. I mean, literally, they twinkled. And big smile, really big smile. When he was little, he would tease his dad that he was going to be a state trooper, just to get to him. But as he got closer to graduating, it was like, you know, Jay, we have 4 kids. We can help you with college. We can't pay for this. And military, they do a lot with military, the GI Bill. And I was talking with them. I didn't know Dan was talking with him. And apparently it was something that was sitting well with him.
Jason Dunham found a perfect fit with the Marines.
We were very, very supportive of it. It was a good fit for him because it was a challenge, and Jay liked a challenge. He wanted to be the best. He wanted to do the hardest and succeed at it. And if he didn't succeed, he was willing to try again. It wasn't that he had to lord it over anybody, but it was that I need to conquer it for myself.
Jason's ability to lead was quickly noticed by his commanding officers. When he joined Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 7th Regiment of the 1st Marine Division in October 2003, he became squad leader and led as he expected others to lead.
He held a level of expectations, but he held that same level of expectations to himself, too. He had the respect for the rank and the order. That was definitely there. But if somebody was of a junior rank, it didn't mean you couldn't be friendly or extend a hand if they needed it.
April 14th, 2004. Jason Dunham and his squad were on patrol in the Al Anbar province when their CO's convoy was ambushed. They moved in the direction of the action where they encountered several Iraqi vehicles.
And they saw a line of SUVs trying to get away, and they did a road stop. And Jason went up on the driver's side, and the driver jumped out and grabbed my son and Jay Needham, and they ended up on the ground. Kelly and Billy had come up to try to help Jason. Jason yelled, "No, no, watch his hand," because he had a grenade in it. He already had the pin taken out. And when he let it go, Jason took his helmet off, put it over the grenade, and pulled it under him so that his body armor was over it, and it exploded. Billy and Kelly were injured with shrapnel. Jason didn't get up. He received an injury of shrapnel to his head, just a small piece, about the size of a pencil lead, and it traveled the length of his brain.
Deb Dunham and her husband Dan had a bad feeling before Jason left for Iraq, but Jason promised them he would come home.
With this medal, we pay tribute to the courage and leadership of a man who represents the best of young Americans.
His family accepted Jason's Medal of Honor on January 11, 2007. His citation read, quote, "In an ultimate and selfless act of bravery in which he was mortally wounded, he saved the lives of at least 2 fellow Marines," end quote.
I don't like that I don't have him, and I do feel cheated, and I should be better, but I have questions about why it happened. But I don't it was done for the right reasons. There are children that have been born because of Jason, because their daddies came home.
I christen you, Jason Dunham.
On August 1st, 2009, the USS Jason Dunham was christened. For Deb Dunham, the moment was bittersweet.
It's a double-edged sword. The Marines and the Navy will remember our son. Having his name on a ship, people are going to know that there was a man who did something that was worth recognizing. Then maybe they'll check and find out what other heroes have done.
Sergeant Billy Hampton was with Jason when the grenade exploded. Jason's action saved his life.
It means a great deal to all of us that our brother was recognized for his selfless act, and we couldn't be happier. It's closure. It doesn't seem like enough. It'll never be enough, but it's closure for us, and it's our way of saying goodbye and thank you.
Jason, we love you. Rest in peace. Sleep well, my son.
It takes 2 witnesses and a series of approvals up to the president to ultimately receive a Medal of Honor, which may be why recipients humbly state that the medals they wear for others. Those whose actions were not seen, those whose singular acts of bravery were never witnessed, those who didn't come home. I'm Staff Sergeant Brian Buckwalter. Thanks for watching Recon.